Good morning, everyone. I am Akash Rajpuria. Many of you have heard about this buzzword Python. Okay, so today's lecture is all about Python. Okay, so we will learn about Python, why it is useful, what is Python, and we'll solve a coding problem with that. Okay, so we will learn by coding, not just by theory. We will learn by coding. So we have some tasks that is need to perform by Python. Okay, so before that, first, let's see what is today's agenda. Yes, for today's agenda, we have what is Python. Okay, in Python, we will solve a problem, and for that, we will need dictionary. So we will learn about what is dictionary in Python. We will see what is for loop, and then we will solve a problem. Okay, so after understanding the concept, we will directly jump into a code and solve a problem. Okay, so I hope everyone is good up to this point. So we will start with Python. Okay, so now what is before starting, as you can see that we have the topic for today, that is Python. So what is Python now? So I will tell you with a short line. Python is a programming language. Now programming language means that you write a program. Okay, with the help of program you say computer that I want to perform this task, so that task will be performed for you. That is programming a computer. For that we need some language, like parents program a student, parents program their child using some language like Hindi, English, or any other language. Same way we program a computer using some language, that is Python, where we define some rules, we say how to do that and all other things. Okay, so that is Python. It is a programming language, and in simple words, we will not go much deep into this because we will start with some basics. So Python is a programming language. Now, as I said, it is used to solve some task. So let's see now what are tasks and how we are going to solve it. So we will see one problem. Okay, so we will directly jump into a problem, solve it, and learn it. So problem is, we write a program to generate a dictionary having frequency of characters for the word. So I will explain you the problem first. Don't worry if you have not get it. It is very simple. So I have some this random word. Okay, so now my task is to check the frequency of characters, like how many times this p are repeated. You can see if you manually scan it, it is 2 times. Okay, same way I have to count every character like N, M, O. In this way, every character I have to check it and count it how many times it are appeared in this word. Okay, so that is the task. But one thing is also mentioned, that generate a dictionary having frequency of characters. So you have understood frequency of characters means this is the character, this is its frequency, because it has appeared 2 times. Okay, so but I now need to create a dictionary in Python. Okay, so now what is dictionary? So dictionary, anything, everyone knows that whenever you hear this word dictionary, one thing that comes in your mind is Oxford Dictionary or something, this type of dictionary. Okay, in which you have a word. Okay, for example, you want to learn a word, like it may be this word kivik, or any other word like a simple word hello. If you want to learn, what you will do, you will go from A up to H. Okay, that is alphabetic order, see hello and get its meaning. Okay, so that is way a dictionary works. Same is the concept of dictionary in Python. So what you will have in dictionary, you will have a key associated and a value associated. You will have a key like hello is a key, and the meaning of that is its value. Okay, so as you can see in previous dictionary, you have a word and a meaning associated with it. Same way, a word is key here. Okay, as you can see, it is written over here. This is the key and a value associated with it. So my key is name and value is Arial. Okay, or you can write any key, any hobbies, or any key and any value. So in this way, dictionary is collection which is unordered. Okay, now the difference here is between that Oxford Dictionary and our Python dictionaries. Our dictionary is unordered. Okay, that is ordered. That dictionary is ordered because you have alphabetically stored. It is not that hello will appear in first page somewhere sometimes and in third page another time. Okay, so that depends on alphabetically ordered. It is A, B, C up to Z. It is in order, but we don't have our order in this Python dictionary because there is a reason behind it. Because in or normal dictionary, you need to check it manually, that go word by word, and check for a word. For example, if you want to find hello, you will go from A up to H to find this hello word. But in Python dictionary, you just need, I will show you the syntax. You just need to give the dictionary name and this key which you want. For example, you want to search hello, so you need to give that with dictionary and it will give you the value. You don't need to search manually. That is why it is unordered. You don't need to worry about the order, and it is changeable. Okay, so you can change the values of, for example, if you have name hello in this first place, if your name is Ariel, okay, but afterwards if you think to change the name, you can change this Ariel. So this is something which you can change in dictionary. Okay, so it is very simple. It is same as our original dictionary. It starts with curly bracket. You can see that there, this is the syntax. So now syntax is, what is syntax? Syntax is something rules you define. For example, whenever you write exam, okay, or any paper you write, it is clearly mentioned that do rough work at the end. Okay, do rough work at the end or after the paper is completed. In this way, it is mentioned there. Okay, or it has written you use margin and something like that. So these are the rule defines to write a exam. Same way, syntax are rule defined to write a programming language. Okay, so you should be very thorough that dictionary starts with this curly brackets. Okay, so if you want to define a dictionary, you need a curly brackets. Then you can have name in this way, you can have key in this way, you can have value in this way. So key and value pair is called as dictionary. Okay, so you will have key, you will have value. Same way, now Python is my key and dictionary is my values. So in this way, the Python simple dictionary works. So I'm giving you an overview of how dictionary works in this. So our same way, we need to create a dictionary. So coming to our problem was create a dictionary of frequency of characters. So I will show you our output should look something like this. Okay, where we have, okay, where we have P, as I said, and its value associated, that is frequency with each character. You can see that this is our total output. So you know what should be the output. Now you want that computer should do that. This is something which I have not done manually. This is computer has given me. So same way, I will teach you how to do that. Okay, but before that, you have seen input, you have seen output. Now break the task and solve it. So you have something, this type of word. Our first thing is we will break this. Okay, so how to solve any problem? Break it into smaller chunks and solve each chunk. Okay, so now my first chunk would be, I will go through each letter, like go through each letter and count how many times it is appeared. Okay, like this P. Okay, so I will go through each letter like P and E in this way. So this is something I'm defining what I have to instruct the computer. Okay, so going through each letter, then check if it is already there. Like I have created a dictionary of P, I have seen P, I have stored it in my dictionary as a value 1. Okay, so now when next time this P comes, I need to check it whether that P appears in that dictionary. If it yes, I need to add that +1. Okay, so this is the simple 2 tasks I need to perform. Go through each letter, check if it is already there. If it is already there, update it. Okay, so these are the 2 tasks we need to perform in this. Now, with this comes new one concept, that is for loop. Okay, so I will explain you like what we need to do in this. We need to iterate through every character again and again. Okay, so that is repeated task. Go through P, then N, then EU in this way. Okay, so for that, Python has provided us a loops. Okay, so now what are loops? Like for example, I will give you a simple example and try to understand you what is the use of loops. Like you have seen whenever, if you talk in class, okay, if you talk in class many times, so teacher may give you a punishment, right? I will not talk in class. Okay, I will not talk in class 100 times. Okay, so what you do, you write it 100 times. But in Python, what you can do is, if you want to perform this task repeatedly, you are defined that I want to type it 100 times. So you can write a simple program using for loop. So you define that I want to write this 100 times, it will do that for you. Okay, so loop is used to repeat the code, repeat some code again and again, again and again in this way. Okay, so that is a simple example why for loop is used. Same way, in our previous question as well, we need to go through each character again and again, like P and U. That is why I'm using for loop here. Okay, to go through each character again and again. that is repeated task. A code allows you to be executed repeatedly. Okay, a loop is used for iterating through sequence. Our sequence is now characters p and u in this way. Okay, the previous word. So the loop through to loop through a set of code specified number of times. Now you can define that. For example, if you need to write 100 times, you can define I need to 100 times. If you want to write 10 times only, you can define 10 times only. I will show you how to do that as well. Okay, so now first understand what is and how for loop works. So what we do in for loop, this is the syntax as I have said you. This is called as variable. Okay, so variable is like memory location. Sorry, variable is like memory. Like in your mind, there is memory. You have something stored in your mind. Same way to store something in computer, we use memory. Okay, so like you know that I have this complete huge this word is quite big. Okay, so I can store it in some short word as well, which is called as variable. So that is memory. So like I have oxygen, I have stored in a variable called word, word. You can store it in any variable. This is variable name. This can be anything. Okay, you can write your own name as well. Okay, for example, your name is Chintu, so you can write Chintu equals to oxygen. So now oxygen would be stored in a variable called Chintu. Okay, so you can use it afterwards. Like I have used this word here. So what it will do, it will take every for character in word. Okay, so what it will do, it will take O and store it in character. So what it will do, it will take O, it will iterate it step by step. Okay, like for is used. So for is used for going iterating it. So like we have oxygen, it will go to O. Okay, you can see that this is the my word for character in word. So what it will do, it will take this O, okay, and store that O into this character CAR variable. So this is also another variable CHAR. So now my O is stored in CHAR. Now if I use this and print it, if I print this char, so I will get O. Okay, after printing this, it will again go to word. My word will be updated. Now it will go to X. Okay, now my X will be stored in character and I print character, so I will get X. So as you can see that I want to iterate through it again and again. For that I have used for loop using a single line of code. So what it will do, it will go step by step, iterate through each character, okay, and print that each character. Okay, in this way the for loop works. Now the last concept in this is, I think for loop is understood to you. It will take each character from your word, okay, and print it. So it will store it in a variable called character. You can again assign it. For example, character will first have O. Okay, after printing this O, when the for loop again executes, it will cut this O. It will write there X. Okay, same way this X would be removed, then Y. In this way, complete oxygen is printed here. So that is for loop. Now the last concept that is also very simple is if and else condition. Okay, so now what if and else condition is, for example, if you go to a shop and you say, if you give me this chocolate, I will give you 5 rupees. Okay, simple example. So if else work in this way. If you do this, I will do this to you. Okay, if else, like if it is raining, I will use umbrella, else not. Okay, like if you have this symptoms, you are detected by coronavirus. Okay, so in this way you can say that if else condition works. If not this, then else. If previous conditions are not true, then try this condition. So it works on two principle only, true and false. So true will say if it is true, it will work this condition, else it will go into this condition. Like this two, raining and umbrella. If it is raining, okay, so if you will go out, see if it is raining, I will take the umbrella, else I will not take it. So in this way, this is simple if and else, for loop and dictionary in Python. So you have used these concepts to understand the problem statement. Okay, so we will see quickly a coding part so that everything would be clear to you. Okay, so even if some part is not clear to you right at this moment, this coding exercise will clear for you. Okay, so we have a program to generate dictionary of frequency of characters, same way, same word, same thing. Okay, so you can see that I have printed this for you as well. Oxygen, which I have used some example before. Word oxygen, oxygen is stored in word. Okay, so this is my variable. So in word, oxygen is stored. Now if I use this simple syntax for character in word and print character, it will give you in this way. Okay, so you can write anything. For example, as I showed, if I use Chintu here, okay, And instead of word, I need to write here Chintu, which says that iterate through this Chintu again and again. Okay. And stored it in any variable. So I will write, you can write here any, this is naming convention. You can write anything. I have used I here and I will print here I. Okay. And if I print this, okay, I will say oxygen update. So you can see that you will get oxygen updated. Okay, so in this way you can store it in some variable and print it again and again. Now let's come to our problem. Same way, this is a huge word. I have stored it in a variable called value. Okay, and after that this is stored in this. So if I print this, you can see that if I print this, print value, so you can see my word is same as like it appears above. Okay, so this double quote says that it is a string, so I got that in my variable. So now I will create an empty dictionary. Like you can see that there is simple syntax as I explained you. Double brackets is for curly brackets is for dictionary. So I have created an empty dictionary, which means that my dictionaries have nothing in this. Okay, and it is completely empty. So if you want, you can print that as well, no problem in that. You can see empty dictionary. This is my dictionary name, that like this is my variable name. Okay, value. In this way, this is D is my dictionary name. So now there is one challenge in this. The now computer can do your task, but it is not as intelligent as you are. You can understand this P, this capital P and this small P are same, but for computer this double, though this two P are different. Okay, so what we need, because this is capital letter and this is small letter, so we will convert all the things into a lowercase and we will count it. Okay, so for converting this we have a method called lower. Okay, so what it will do, it will check every character and convert it into a lowercase. Okay, so this dot indicates that I want to apply this method over this string. Okay, so this method works on a string. So the dot lower, what it will do, it will do, take the complete string and check every character and convert that into a lowercase. So same way I have converted it and stored again in that value variable. So you can see that now my P is in small. Okay, so that's all our problem. We will see how to solve it now. Okay, there is a very simple for loop for this. What I am doing is I am taking every character from this value, same way like I have taken it above. Okay, so like every character like this P, N, I. So how I will explain you how again it works so that it would be clear for you. So what it will do is it will take, just a second. Yes, so it will take every, so this is my value, so it will take P, stored it in I. Okay, now if I in D, which means that this syntax, what the syntax says is if I. Okay, so now what is in my I has P associated with it. Okay, so I equals to P. So what it will do, if I in P, which means that it will check if my I is there in my dictionary, okay, as a key. So you have seen what is dictionary, what is key. So it will check if I is there in my dictionary. So currently my dictionary is empty, so this condition would be false. Okay, which means that this will not go into this part. This is called as, this blank space is called as indentation, which means that after this condition, this double dot said as check for indentation and go into it. So as you can see that there are two double dots, which means that if this condition is true, go into this, and if it is false, go into the else part. Okay, so now as our dictionary is empty, it would not have this I associated with it. That means that we don't have I in that. Okay, sorry, we don't have P in that. So this I means this P value. Okay, so it doesn't have P, so it will go into else part. So now this syntax, I will explain you this syntax as well, don't worry. This syntax says that use the dictionary name. So my dictionary name is D. Okay, and this is used to define a key. So I want to define a key with this two brackets, which means that my key would be I. Here I means this P. Okay, so my dictionary would be D of P equals to 1. Okay, so after using this, what my dictionary will look like is something like this. So I will get a dictionary which would have P in that. Okay, in this way, P, and the value would be associated with it is 1. Okay, same way it will go for this n letter. Now once this part is complete, this part is executed, it will again go up, move the cursor to this n part. Okay, check whether it is n is there in my dictionary. You can see that n is not there, only p I have, so it will again create the n here. Okay, besides p, it will not erase this p, and again this else part, that is it will give the value 1 at it. Same way it will iterate through every letter to in this once and will I will explain you this part now. So what it will do, if it accounts p here, or if it can accounts I also here, no problem. So it will check that now my I value is p because my counter is here. Okay, so it will check if p is in dictionary. So it will go to this dictionary. If it is, it will check whether p is there. So yes, p is associated with me. P has, I have a key with the name p. So what it will do, it will go into this if statement. It will so this is the updation of the key. Like I said you that you can update the dictionary. Okay, so I will rub it and explain you this part. So this syntax is for updation, which means that d of I, which means d of I, मतलब कि d अभी हमारा I क्या p, we have I as p, so d of p, okay, equals to whatever the value of this is used to extract the value. Okay, so like I said, you can extract any value from dictionary. So syntax is simple. Write this d, okay, and mention what you want to extract. I want to extract this p. Okay, so d of p will give me currently 1. Okay, so I will get 1. So same way what happens here is you will get this value. Okay, so if you use this d of I here, so it will go into dictionary, extract this value, that is 1 and 1 plus 1. Okay, so I will get a value 2 here, and it would be again stored into the p. So after completing this iteration, my p value would be 1 plus 1, that is 2. Same way it will go for every character. What I have done is I have taken into 3 tasks. That is first going through each character using for loop. So I will give you a summary. We have completed the problem. Well done for it. A short summary would help you. Okay, that is I have gone through each of the character. Okay, each character. I have checked whether that character is present in the dictionary or not. Okay, if I have empty dictionary, it will create a new key, okay, with it, associated with it. And again, if that appears like this, I just want to update this. That is here, whatever the value is, I want to just add 1 in this. Whatever may be the value, if I have 5, it will add 6 here. Okay, 5 plus 1, 6. So that is a simple syntax. After doing this, it will iterate to every character in this and will give you a dictionary. Okay, so you can print that dictionary at the end, and if you print, you will get the same which I have shown you in the slide, that is p and the numbers associated with it. So this is the simple way where you can create a dictionary. So we have solved the problem. Okay, we have learned what is Python. It is a programming language. So last thing you can say, for example, you want to find any okay, so if you want to find that you have seen many characters, so you can say me, if I want to see how many times s is repeated in this, so what I will do, I will write a dictionary name, okay, and the character which I want, that is a key name. So this is the syntax for key name. D of s will give you how many times is repeated. So you can see 4 times. So you can see that in dictionary as well. You will get that s is 4. So this is used to get a value from a dictionary, and this is how you create a dictionary. So that is a very simple code, okay, with a proper explanation of what is Python. It is a programming language. Like we have programmed a computer, okay, we have programmed this computer to do a specific task for us. The task was to find how many times a character is repeated. Okay, so now that task is performed using Python, using 3 main agenda, that is dictionary. So dictionary is same as the Oxford dictionary. It is unordered and you can change it. That is only the difference. Else you have a key and a value associated with it. Okay, after that we have learned this if else statement, which will check the condition. Like our condition is, if it is already there, I just need to add it. If it is not there, create a new dictionary. Okay, so this is for creating a dictionary key, okay, and as well as updating the dictionary key. Okay, so these are the 2 things we have learned. For loop is used to iterate through each of the character again and again. Okay, I hope everything is clear. I have given you a good summary. Let me know if you have any doubt. Till then, happy coding. I hope you have understand this. Thank you. Goodbye. Best of luck.